times where I've done virtual therapy with Kingston, and he like literally is like, bye, and he clicks it and turns it off.
Yeah, like 5 or 10 minutes into the session, we're like, you're done?
So speaking of chasing the standard, let's talk about the Broncos real quick, obviously.
Good segue!
The Chargers fan base is really, really cool, really, really welcoming, mostly, especially if you're at SoFi.
The preparation for...
Where's my Jayhawk question at, man? That's what I want.
Yeah, it's coming right here.
So if they take one message from this book, I would say not to compare yourself with others.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to West War Room Rivals. I am your host, Cody. I'm joined by the Shovik brothers in the opposite screen, the Chief and the Broncos fan, and then, of course, our Chargers fan, Ethan, down below. Fellas, how's it going tonight?
So far, so good, my friend.
So far, so good. The night's still young. Well, young for us here in the West Coast. You Central Time Zone folks are near bedtime right now. So we're going to give some sponsor shout outs and dive into the show. If you guys missed last night's show where we kind of went over the AFC West and League Recon, go watch now, or you can subscribe to the YouTube channel and check out all new videos coming up. We're probably fighting for some audience right now because game one of the NBA Finals is currently going on. So we hope you decide to watch us because we have a really fun guest tonight. So
we're also up against Love Island as well.
Is that right?
For those who celebrate,
I don't know what that is.
It is Love Island season now.
And I will be getting the full rundown at work tomorrow, I imagine, by my supervisor and one of my workers.
You let me know when the latest episode or season of Love is Blind, and then we'll talk. So that's pretty much a guilty pleasure.
Right now, you got the 3 screen setup: the NBA Finals, you got Love Island, then you got us. That's what you should be doing right now.
Put us in the middle of that trifecta, though, so that way we get your full attention. Quick sponsor shout outs, though. Emporia State Federal Credit Union. Thank you guys for being day one supporters. Field Ops Kansas. Thank you to Troy and the crew for being day one supporters as well. And then, of course, JBW Solutions. We were recording out of the studio. Jeff and the crew have been great supporters, and we appreciate them. Miss Matt, and he is watching us from abroad, so hopefully he is safe, and he should be returning hopefully later on this year from what he's told us. So TBD on that. But without further ado, you guys, we have a very special guest. Credit to Austin for snagging this one. This is probably a very special story that we'll get to hear tonight. We are joined by the student broadcaster from St. James Academy. She goes by Mary Claire Zacharias. She has a very phenomenal story that we will dive into that's very inspirational, and it has brought her here tonight. So please welcome to the stage, Mary Claire. Mary Claire, I think you're on. There you go. How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you guys? Finally, summertime cannot be any better.
That's right. Are you still in school, or are you guys broken for the summer?
Nope, broke free for the summer. I'm going to be a rising junior next year, so just working, doing some broadcasting stuff, hanging out with my friends, just living life. It's great.
Very cool. Well, actually, the screen opposite of you of Ethan, he's actually a teacher in LA County, so I'm sure that you guys are both benefiting from a summer break at the moment.
It is so great. It's awesome.
Very cool. All right, guys, let's dive into it. So we got segment 1 kicking off. Austin, it's on you, sir.
Let's do it. So segment 1, we're just going to dive in a little bit, get to know our guest, Mary Claire, a little bit. So Mary Claire, for people meeting you for the first time, who is Mary Claire beyond the headset and the camera?
Yeah, I love that question because I think it's really important to remember you are more than just what you do. In this industry, especially, it's easy for people to only see the headset. But I have learned how important it is to know who you are outside of all that, because there is a lot of noise, positive and negative. So when I am not broadcasting, I'm usually spending time with my family, laughing up a storm with my 3 sisters, including my twin as well. My family and my friendships really keep me grounded on what is truly important. So when I lay in bed at night, I understand that I got mentally, physically, and emotionally better because each day is a new opportunity to use the blessings God has given me to grow.
Man, sure. that first question right away, guys. I'm telling you, special story, special person. What a kickoff.
I do. Curious, though, what's it like having so many sisters? Is it as rambunctious as it sounds?
It is so amazing. It is just awesome. And I also have a twin as well, so that just makes it equally as fun. But we are so close. I mean, my oldest sister Anna, she works in the sports industry, and then Sophia is just amazing. She does like choreography for like musicals around the city. She's amazing. And then Caroline had a golf tournament today at 9 holes. She got first place. Yeah, she got first place.
Wow.
And then guys, what did she go do after? She's going to Iron Horse where I work and going to practice after a round. So she's really committed. She is amazing at golf. I have a great family. My parents are amazing. My dad is so awesome. Then my mom, I went out to lunch with her today to Chick-fil-A. It was amazing. It was my Mother's Day gift to her. So it's awesome. My family's great. My grandma's watching, I know. It's just awesome to have a great support system.
I do have a follow-up. Corey, do you hear how she talks about her siblings?
I talk about yeah. I promise you, as you get older, we'll see how long that feeling lasts. But yeah, we'll keep it at that. Family friendly.
Yeah. Well, yes, as someone that has a younger sister, I mean, love her to death, but obviously two siblings do sibling things. So, but it's great to hear that you have a great support system in your siblings and your family. I mean, obviously they're doing something right. You guys are all on a trajectory of success, and it's really cool to hear all those journeys. So Ethan, you got the next question, sir.
Of course. So my question, it's great to meet you, Mary Claire, which is, growing up, what sports or athletes first made you fall in love with competition and athletics in general?
Football and basketball were definitely the sports that made me fall in love with competition because of the intensity and energy each player brings. There is something special about the atmosphere and the mindset you have to carry into those games. As far as athletes, Michael Jordan was a figure that really stood out to me. I mean, every time he stepped on the court, he represented excellence and greatness. What stood out most was his persistence. He never gave up when things got difficult. And the thing is about Jordan, he also impacted the game in so many ways beyond scoring. And that's huge in today's world, because today everyone thinks they need to be going off, dropping 20 points each game. That is just not true. You can impact the game in other ways that are not on the stat sheet, like diving for loose balls and picking up your teammates. And he exemplified just that.
And playing defense.
For sure.
In the NBA, the lost art of playing defense.
Yes. Craziness.
Yeah, so quick update. It's now 25-17 Spurs. So they've gone on a little bit of a run there. So I had the next one. And again, thank you for joining us tonight. We're very honored to have you on here with us. So when did you realize sports were going to be kind of like a major part of your life long term?
Yeah, that's a great question. I played high-level competition soccer and basketball for years. And eventually I had to make the decision to choose one just because of the travel and commitment both required. I ultimately chose basketball. There was actually a point where I really got burnt out and thought about quitting basketball completely. But as you know, right when you're about to give up, your breakthrough is really close behind. That's exactly what happened for me. I fell in love with the sport even more, continued to play club ball into freshman year. And then unfortunately, I suffered an injury right before the varsity basketball season and wasn't able to play, which was tough. But even through that setback, my love for sports never left. So I would say around 8th grade was when I realized sports would always be a major part of my life, because I loved competing, growing as a player, and most importantly, helping my teammates both on and off the court become better.
Yeah, so, I like that. Because even with like the sports, like content creating, what we're doing here with the podcast, like I felt like texting these guys just saying, hey, I quit. Just giving up. It's been a fun up and down year, but you always have those moments. You always have those days, just like any other human, and you're allowed to have those moments. So
for sure,
it's really great to hear, kind of your perseverance and going through and making those decisions. And sorry for interrupting you, Cody.
No, you're good. I was just going to say, for being such a young individual to have that kind of mindset is extraordinary. I mean, there's a lot of people much older than you that probably would have thrown in the towel for much less, and considering the perseverance that you demonstrated, which is phenomenal. So kind of piggybacking off of your athleticism and then also the injury that occurred. So before broadcasting, what kind of athlete were you, and what did sports mean to you personally when you were in the middle of them? And I'm assuming this is obviously before the proverbial burnout that you were coming close to.
Yes. So I played basketball for many years, but God had another plan. The game meant everything, not in the sense that it was my entire life, but it was something I put a lot of hard work and time into, just like any other hobby. So having that taken away hurt and still does at times. I would do anything to get back on the court. There are still days where I think I could totally go back, but realistically, guys, that's just not possible.
Mhm.
More than anything, I just miss the competitive energy, getting up and down the hardwood with my teammates. That feeling is something you really cannot replace with sports broadcasting and just anything that I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, as you mentioned, you suffered that, the career-ending injury, or your playing days, and how difficult was that mentally and emotionally, at the time of it happening?
I'm just gonna be real with you guys. It was horrible.
Yeah.
Not being able to play the sport I'd worked toward and looking forward to for years was incredibly difficult to comprehend. Only being a freshman in high school, I went through a phase where I kind of lost my purpose. I had no idea what I was supposed to be doing. The hardest part then and even now is that it is an invisible injury. You can only wear a neck brace for so long, and with a concussion, nobody can actually see what you're dealing with. So after the neck brace came off, everyone thought I was completely fine. In a lot of ways, I was actually worse. I was grieving two things at once: the injury itself and losing basketball. But honestly, there was never a moment where I asked, why me? My mindset has always been that God only gives you things that you can handle. So I'm going to get through this. I'm well aware it won't be easy, but all of us are meant for hard. And with the support of those around me, I'm continuing to improve day by day. But life isn't easy. We're meant to do hard things.
Yeah.
I got a follow up for you.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead, Ethan. I'll follow up when you're done.
I was just going to say, so I'm a middle school teacher, as they said. So I teach 8th grade. For you to have that mindset as a freshman, which is just 1 year older than all the students I teach, is incredible for you to believe that way and for you to be able to push forward, which leads into my question is, when you look back now at that injury, it unintentionally pushed you towards broadcasting. How do you feel like that transition went for you?
I feel like it went really well. I mean, it was 100% God's plan, which his plan is always better than ours and better than we can ever imagine. It's incredibly hard to see in the moment for sure, but he was present through everything. If my injury never happened, the reality is I wouldn't be where I am today, as you guys know. But I wouldn't be having conversations like this or connecting with so many amazing people.
So, Mary Claire, so during like the times where you're recovering, and this is obviously before you kind of fell into sports broadcasting, like who were some pivotal people that kind of helped you keep motivating yourself to, get past the injury and not kind of wallow in it, in a sense, to where maybe you wouldn't have seen your calling, like Ethan had said, in broadcasting? So who were the people that you were surrounded with that kind of helped get you through that time?
Yeah, definitely my family. My family are big supporters of me. Some family, friends, people at school that I talk to, they're super kind. And then also my physical therapist too. I mean, I went to her every week, at one point 3 times a week at 7:15 in the morning, which wasn't so fun. I mean, we have to push through that. So I needed to talk to her about it. So I'd probably just say family, of course, top support system, especially my dad. He is awesome. He always supports me in all my broadcasting stuff. Guys, I send him so many emails and he responds within 5 minutes. And guys, he's working at home. Maybe I shouldn't be sending these emails, but he cares about me, and I really do appreciate my dad and everyone else, but he has always been there for me, and I really, really appreciate it.
Nothing like a girl dad, that's for sure.
Yes. With 4 girls,
Yeah.
no boys.
God bless him. I'm sure he wouldn't have it any other way though. So yeah.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, so let's do the transitioning from playing to broadcasting. So what moment after your accident where you thought, maybe you can talk about sports?
Yeah, I'm not going to go too deep into it, but I just felt a nudge from the Lord to give it a try. And once I did, I really, really enjoyed it. I was aware I was knowledgeable about sports, so why not give something new a try when I'm stuck and can't do anything I'd like to do? But the thing is, we don't get to control the length of our adversity, but we can control who we are in it. And that is what I have tried to do throughout this whole journey. Be positive and continue to improve day by day is really the only thing you can do.
You guys catching all these, Cody? All these, like inspirational quotes and stuff that we can just remind ourselves.
If we all just thought we had a hard day, just think of what Mary Claire has gone through and then just toughen up,
Yeah, we were all talking about a little bit before this of like, how was our day? And I was like, it's the same day, Monday through Friday, every week. So like just remember some of this stuff.
It's a breath of fresh air to have someone so positive who's gone through a lot that is able to make it feel contagious, I guess. You know what I mean? It's like, well, I guess our what we're struggling with isn't that bad because you're able to overcome it. Such a young age, we should be able to as well, being some years older than you, of course. But, it's very cool to hear your journey. But what was difficult about when you first got into broadcasting from when you're observing it as a competitor to a commentator?
Yeah, I would say it was hard, but I would only say that because girls basketball was the first game I commentated on. And I played with the girls all summer long and built relationships with them. And not being out there was really difficult. I mean, yes, I try to stay positive, but I'm telling you, there are days where I'm like, this really stinks. Like I went to like a million appointments during the week. It seemed like just like missing out on stuff with friends and just family as well. My mom always takes me to all my appointments, and I still go to multiple appointments like during the week. So it was tough, but like my mom is very, very positive. And at the end of the day, it can be annoying at sometimes, but at the same time, it's not because we got to be positive.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. And these guys may not know it, but I get told every day at work that I'm annoyingly positive.
Austin, you're positive?
I know, Cody, you were the first.
Ethan, did you know this?
No, I a lot of our interactions I would not describe that way so far.
We need a banister that goes below that says breaking news, Austin positive.
Yeah. That's why I made sure to say at work at my day job. But Mary Claire, what skills or maybe attributes or something from being an athlete and playing the sport actually helps you the most now as you're getting into broadcasting and crushing it?
You got to know how to work hard, and you have to want to do it consistently. It's an everyday thing. My coaches over the years have taught me that if you work hard, it is going to show. The reality is anyone can be the best. The people that are at the top of the mountain are those that do something every day that will make you better at what you do. If it is important to you, you're going to work for it. If you're practicing with intention, not just practicing or doing it to check off a to-do list, the results will show in time.
Every answer, I'm like speechless.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and I didn't know.
okay.
And then for a second, I didn't know if Ethan was like, if he was kind of glitching a little bit off to the side.
I just bugged out, so I actually missed the answer. My screen just totally refreshed.
See, that's what I thought. So I was it's technology. Like everyone, that's the other fun part of the sports content creating and doing live shows is sometimes the old technology kind of just strikes.
Mary Claire, has any of your technology during broadcasting malfunction and you're having on the fly to fix it?
Yes, that is really tough. I'll actually tell you a story. So week 1, St. James versus Miege. St. James just got a brand new Marion Stadium. Super nice. So I was going to be the sideline reporter. I planned for that through the whole week, so I'd do it till playoff time. Mm-hmm. And the sideline microphone wouldn't work. And it was really frustrating, but we found a way through it. I mean, I wouldn't say I was positive in the moment, but after I was like, okay, this made me learn, like, you cannot lean on technology for everything. But I memorized what my pregame hit, and me and my dad were coming up with this. And the thing was, there is never a second first. And I was so looking forward to say this. And then it never happened. And I was just like, this is frustrating. So that's actually why I'm now calling games, because I never thought I'd be calling football games. And now that is my favorite sport to commentate. So ever since that week 1 football game, if that never happened, I wouldn't be up in the booth. So things always happen for a reason.
It's a good story. I like that one.
Yeah.
That is. And quick question, just because it kind of took me back home for a second, but Bishop Miege, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And see, we went to Emporia High School right up the
nice.
road. So that was another thing. When I saw you're kind of close to home, I was like, okay, this could be a nice refresher. And you said Miege, and I was like, ooh, I think she means Bishop Miege. So that's awesome. It's taking me back home a little bit. So I just wanted to
awesome.
that.
No, yeah, that week 1 we got the 24-0 win over Miege. It was close there at the start, but then we pulled away, which is awesome.
They were like, yeah, we're awesome. We won. I'm gonna be humble and say it was close, but no, we stopped them.
Well, so that's a perfect segue into my question, because I want to lead us towards St. James Academy and what it's been like in high school so far. So how, in general, has St. James Academy helped shape your journey so far?
Staying positive and leaning on God to not stray away from the truths that he places in front of us, the good and the bad. The resources at St. James has built over the years with our broadcasting capability called the Thunder Broadcasting Network helps us as students showcase the various talents that the student body has. It is amazing. I'm so happy I get that experience.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it is. And what some people don't know is when I was a varsity baseball coach, I actually did some radio broadcasting for that basketball team. It is different, but it is kind of exciting. But then you're also like, you got to focus on what's going on during the game while also talking into a microphone, because you have people listening, and you catch yourself at times. You're kind of just like in it, and then there's like that silence, and you're like, so
yeah,
all of that. So high school broadcasting is underrated. What makes that level, so special to cover?
First, you get the opportunity to tell incredible stories about your peers and give the viewers information that others may not get because you go to school with them 5 out of the 7 days of the week. It is just a different energy level. If you tap into it, you're going to bring a whole different level of energy to the coverage you want to provide. It's great.
Yeah, I guess I can't speak for everyone, but everyone's favorite personal sports moment would probably be at some point them either in high school sports or attending one of their home. I guess it's been so long. I don't want to math our age difference, but homecoming games or something along that nature where the energy is different and it just kind of brings a different feeling to it. The Friday Night Lights feel.
Yes.
One would say. So with that, what's one moment or game that you've called where you thought, yeah, this is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, or this was amazing. This was so fun. I'm definitely on the path that I'm supposed to be on.
Yeah, probably the Cape-In football game last fall where I called the block field goal for us to win the game, which was really awesome. I honestly had a gut feeling that we were going to block it, and they had no blockers on the left side of the O-line, so it was a perfect time for it to happen. We secured the blocked and walked away with the W. It was great. It was so electric. High school football is just electric.
It kind of reminds me of that Broncos Chiefs game.
Me too.
My last game as a student coach when I was in college, we lost to Cape-In in the state tournament.
Oh.
So no, you're saying these names. I'm sitting here talking about Miege. I believe we played Miege when I was a coach.
Yeah.
And then now you're talking about Cape-In. I know I coached against Cape-In. So it's this is crazy to me. So it's just kind of hey, I know these places.
Yeah.
I know when she said Cape-In, I was just like,
yeah.
It's no. That's funny.
Ended my basketball coaching career.
So Mary Claire, I do have some questions about, so when I was watching some of your videos, I saw some clips. You're very polished for being a broadcaster. So my very close friend, my best friend, he does sports announcing for Sanger West, which is a local high school here in Fresno. That's where I'm at. And he does the sports announcing for baseball, for football, and for basketball as well. And he used to tell me in order for him to practice his football one specifically, because football is probably the one that he's most popular for, he plays a game of Madden on mute, and then he simulates himself doing the broadcasting. So what was your techniques that you practiced to get so polished and get used to the cadence and the rhythm of the game?
It's exactly what you said. I mean, you have to practice, and it's not just like a first day thing. It is about consistency, doing it each and every day. And I feel like the prep is also huge. I mean, I probably do over 13 hours of prep, which is awesome, but at the same time, it kind of takes away from me like hanging out with my family. So that's kind of been an adjustment, but all good things, obviously. But I love what you said about Madden. I'm actually gonna do like a mock broadcast sometime this week of the Mill Valley football game, because next year will be the first time I'm doing play-by-play, because all of our play-by-play guys are graduating. So I know I can do that, but it's gonna be an adjustment from color commentary. But I loved what you said about that. I mean, you got to do that. That's awesome.
I also
I joked that
sitting there just like getting so upset that maybe he messed up a play on Matt that he called, and then he's just like, so wait, got to remember why I'm doing this. Drew. All right,
real,
Drew.
yeah.
Right. And then he goes back, it's the instant replay and does it again.
Well, I'm actually curious if like he does a play and then like in the middle of his like broadcasting, he goes, says something to where he interrupts himself and he's like, wait, I got to remember I'm practicing right now.
Yes.
Because so he is known around the campus as the voice of the Sanger West Hornet. So to hear how he does his prep is very, very funny and very similar to you. Like his prep time behind the scenes is longer than the actual game. But,
for sure.
But like, was there someone that gave you these tips that made you like dive into giving this detailed notes of like being prepared and all that? Is there someone that gave you that tidbit?
I mean, yes, I've had many great mentors, have had a lot of great connections, but I'd probably say Andrea Carter. I was blessed to be able to shadow her at College Game Day when they came to Allen Fieldhouse for that big matchup, BYU versus KU, cool. Devonta versus Peterson. I mean, that was awesome. She was really just voicing to me how preparation is huge, but it's not everything. But I really like what she said, and I've heard from other people, especially Brian Haney, voice of the Jayhawks at KU. But your prep is like, when you go to the game, it's like an open book test. If you have all your preparation, I mean, you're golden. I mean, if you can talk, ad-lib, I mean, that's also huge as well. But also, you don't have to use all your prep in the game. Like I have hits for every player, especially during basketball or soccer, because why not? Football, that can get a little complicated. You got 50 plus players on the roster, so kind of got to even it out a little bit. But it's huge to have hits like that, but you don't have to use all of them. But it's great when you have a storyline on your document and you're like, okay, this is awesome. Now I can share this with the viewers. It's great.
Yeah, I remember where we grew up. Local radio legend Tim Miller for KVOE was the voice of the Spartans. And I remember the first time I was around him, I didn't know what went into anything like play-by-play or radio broadcasting or any of that. And first time I was around him, he kind of pulled out this like packet of notes, and I'm like, "What are you doing? Like, why don't you just go talk about the sport?" And he's like, "No, man, I got to learn names and like,
stats that you got to pull,
stats and like their record recently and like other games." And I'm like, I just thought you showed up, talk sports, and called it a day. So it's kind of cool hearing you talk about the prep and like things that actually go into it. It's kind of cool to hear that from another point of view.
And it's certainly hard at the high school level, because when you're at college, I mean, you have sports information that gives you all those stats, but at the high school level, you really got to dig. So like, let's just say for football, I'll email the opposing coach. Then I'll obviously talk to our head coach, because I see him around school, but email him is easier. So I have it in writing. So it's just great to have those resources, especially at the high school level, but not saying it's easier at the college level, but it's kind of easier to get that information. It's closer to you.
There's additional resources.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep. Let's talk about some awards.
Yeah. Let's show that bling.
So I gotta ask, right? You've earned 4 first place Kansas Broadcasting Awards. What does that validation for you mean at such a young age to be able to already be receiving these kind of awards?
Don't stay humble on this. I want you to let it all out. You let it all out right here. You brag on yourself.
This is where we brag.
Yeah.
Everyone is human and needs that validation, and I for sure needed it. As a sophomore in high school, it is easy to second guess yourself, and I've fallen into that trap before, but I work so hard and put so much time into the broadcasts. Plus, we have great resources and support at St. James. So being recognized by the professionals really meant a lot and encouraged me to continue the hard work, because it is paying off.
yeah, I mean, I don't have many awards to go off for myself. I can't speak for the other guys. My brother has a second grade trophy still sitting over here.
Third grade spring league champion,
So-
baby. That's what I'm talking. And a
Yeah,
jump
there
rope.
you go.
In the
I
middle
think
for
I have a
jump rope.
participation trophy sitting around the house somewhere when I was in a
Whoa.
police
I got a
basketball league.
teacher of the year trophy, so I don't mean to
Yes.
Oh,
brag,
okay.
Okay,
There you go.
teacher of the year. All right, here we go.
but- Oh, it's just a
There
golden
we
apple
go.
on my desk.
So, do awards motivate you more, or does the passion for the storytelling drive you regardless?
Awards are certainly nice, but it is not my why. Getting recognized for all the hard work motivates me to continue to work hard and just to sharpen my craft. But as I continue to get more experience, my ability to tell stories more naturally will come to improve, but it definitely motivates me a lot.
Yeah, and just before we go to the next segment, Cody, I want you guys to know that we have a witness of my third grade championship game, and they're dropping the comment that was a great game.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did the stat line look like?
Yeah.
It was 21-10. I had 10 points and hit the game winner.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wait.
Lying
Hold
about
on.
nothing.
That's like a
Hold on.
BAM
Wait.
game.
Wait. You said the score was 21-10.
And I
you
had
hit
10
the-
points.
Oh, but you hit the game-winning shot.
Or game to go into overtime. Sorry.
Yeah, then they blew him out. in
Then we
overtime.
blew them out in overtime. Sorry.
Oh, okay. That's why I was like game tying, but it's an
It
11-point
was like
victory.
3
Where
for
was
8. He had the biggest head. So all you see
Okay.
is like,
It's going downhill.
think of Kyler Murray, but with like a huge head just running down the court. Probably like 3 or 4 double dribbles. Not sure why they didn't call that, but
My
Oh, they
takeaway
don't call
is
anything like that at that age.
Hey, I mean, just like his team, you got to pay off the reps a little bit.
that's what I'm saying. I think he paid him off a little bit.
all I heard was I was a Kyler Murray athlete in third grade. That's all I heard.
Kyler-sized body.
No,
I mean,
heard
he
Kyler
looks like
Murray.
a toddler running around just like he does as a
Exactly.
professional athlete.
With like a bigger head, and it's just like, man.
It's like the NFL Jam guys.
Yeah.
I was going to say those fathead stickers. Do you guys remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
All right.
right.
know,
Let's get down to serious business. Go ahead, Ethan. Did you have one more thing?
Oh no, I was just gonna say the fatheads. So as you guys know, my former co-host Clark, who he still has fatheads on his wall.
Oh,
He has a big A-Rod one because he grew up as like a Yankees fan.
Dang, we should have.
I didn't know those were still a thing.
Yeah, we had some wall space back here. We could have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
he could
I'm
have
gonna
put up a
look into
big
that.
Mahomes one.
We got to get a big Mary
Claire.
Claire one over there
Yeah.
because pretty soon she's going to be very, very big in sports broadcasting.
I was going to say Bo Nix's ankle, but
I mean, hey, Austin, you were the LeBron James of your third grade class, but it
My
was
mom
Corey.
said that?
But
My mom doesn't know who LeBron James is.
oh, see, that wasn't even my mom. See, that's a real fan. Drewski.
maybe we need to post a video of you hooping later.
Oh God.
We need to reach out to Mama Shovik.
Oh,
Goodness. Yeah, let's get back to Mary Claire here. Let's get the spotlight back to her.
Segment
Well, no, we
six,
need that
Cody.
video. We need Mary Claire to play-by-play it is what we need to do.
Dang.
Yes. That'd be funny.
That would
All
be.
right.
Where the
We're gonna have to
camcorder's
work-
at, VHS tapes.
Yeah, we're gonna have to work
Huh.
on that.
We're gonna have to go to Goodwill and get a VHS player. All right. So Mary Claire, so as being a young female in sports media, so Austin has been really great the last, I would say, 6 weeks of booking us like really great sports journalists, broadcasters within sports media that are up and coming. And of course, you being one of the prime ones that is up and coming. So what challenges have you come across in the short time you've doing it? Have you noticed any sort of pushback with being a female in a male dominant sport industry?
Yeah, I think the hardest challenge is the passion we have can sometimes be overlooked. You really just need to be confident in who you are and advocate for yourself. Sometimes your talent can be downplayed and knowledge about the game, but once you kind of sell yourself just a little bit and deliver quality coverage, people start to pay attention.
Yeah.
I love that.
Let your work talk for you, and then they'll realize that they're being ignorant for not accepting you, right?
Well, I feel like football's kind of different because I feel like you don't see a lot of women doing play-by-play. I mean, you see a lot of young girls or women doing sideline reporting, but I feel like it's kind of a rarity to have someone calling games, and that's something I have been doing. But I love it. It's great.
Very cool.
Yeah, that's amazing. So one thing that we like, whether it be advice or just any kind of tips or anything. So what kind of advice and from who did you maybe receive this from? Would you share to other young women who are wanting to get into this industry?
Yeah, I will share the advice I got from when I got to shadow Andrea Carter, like I said earlier, when College Game Day came to Allen Fieldhouse. Just to get as many reps as you can, be confident in your prep, because reps are huge, because once you've done it a lot of times, it becomes natural. And that's what I want to happen to me.
That's great. I'll get to my last question, but before I do, I feel like I got to ask, is there any kind of reporters that you really look up to that you were kind of modeling your future broadcasting career after?
Definitely Andrea Carter. I mean, she is on my home screen, and I got to meet her, and we email every once in a while. She is just so kind. And then definitely Erin Andrews, Fox Sports, really like her. And then Elle Duncan and like Shanae Akumake. Elle Duncan is now at Netflix, sadly. Me and my older sister Anna loved like the big three: Drea, Shanae, Elle, but sadly they broke it up. But I love that group. So there were so many I look up to, but definitely Andrea Carter. She's awesome.
Very cool.
That's great. So then 5 years from now, what is your dream scenario, Mary Claire? Like, where would you like to see yourself in 5 years?
I hope to be on my way to sports broadcasting, journalism, and/or communication degree somewhere. I have talked to multiple different schools and don't want to leave any out, but I have a good idea of some top contenders after college or during. I would love to be on the call, sideline reporter, or host for a pregame or postgame show on one of ESPN's family of networks. I'll just have to see what opportunities come to be.
Absolutely. And it sounds like, you don't even want to limit yourself, right? You're basically just like anything, journalism, play-by-play, sideline. You're just like, I want to be able to do it all. And I think that's an amazing mindset to have already, especially just going into, like your junior year. I can say in the adult workforce, the amount of times I've heard people say like, that's not my job, or I don't want to do that. And so learning a new task, and like expanding your own knowledge and, talents and everything. So I think for you to already have that mindset is actually amazing. You don't want to limit yourself. You want to learn all these different avenues, basically different hats to wear. And I think that's amazing.
And I feel like that's huge, because especially in this industry, you have to be versatile. The reality is everyone wants to be on camera. If they're going to college, they want to be anchoring. They want to be on the call for games. So that's why I said earlier, kind of got to sell yourself a little bit. Not like you're not being humble, but you got to show them what you know.
Yep.
Well, the fact that you're putting in the work now, being so young, I mean, I can't imagine there's other very many high school juniors that might be putting in the same amount of time, effort, and due diligence in like what you're doing, one, behind the scenes, and laying the foundation that you're trying to lay to like go on to bigger and better things when you're done with high school. So I imagine like one of the things that you're probably really priding yourself in, why your family is really an advocate for you, is because you're doing the things that probably most high schoolers don't want to do, which is sacrificing the fun times with friends, maybe just because if I do this work now, it pays off in the future where I can work and do what I want to do later. But for now, like doing this is what would get me to where I want to go, to where I can do bigger and better things, which is setting you up for success, of course.
Yes. And what a lot of my basketball coaches like taught me is like, when you think about basketball working out, like people are doing like 2-a-days at this point. But let's just say there's a girl in New York doing the exact same work. There could be someone just like me in New York, California. So like it's not like I want to be better than them. I just want to work hard, because if I work hard now, like you said, Cody, I mean, it's going to pay off in the future, because you already have all these reps now, like doing mock broadcasts every week in the summer. I mean, that's going to be huge when you go into the football season in a few months. It's crazy.
Yeah. Did you ever see this clip of Kobe describing like what his off-season regimen was?
I saw some kinds of videos. I know there are multiple out there, but I did. Yes.
So the one that I've seen, I think he's speaking at some expo. He basically says he breaks down his day where he starts as early as 4 a.m. and he gets
Yeah.
3 workout in a day where most people are only putting in 2. And he goes, if you stack that over the course of 5 seasons, I'm light years ahead of you and you're still behind here. And that's what he basically put his career on, which is why he was able to improve and be so much better than his competition, is because he was willing to get up early. He was willing to sacrifice that, and compound interest of hard work over time got him to where he accelerated in his improvement. And sounds like your trajectory is nearly similar to that, where you're making those sacrifices to do the hard work.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, we have 24 hours in a day, and we get to choose what we do with each and every hour. Not saying you have to work 24 hours a day, like spend time with like spend time with other things. But yeah.
There's Drewski.
Our boy Drewski saying, let's get Mary Claire as a commentator for Madden. Hey, I'd start buying Madden again.
Heck
Let's
yeah.
just say, if she's calling my game, I'm running 2 plays. I'm going 4 verts on offense and engage 8 on defense. So it'll be an easy call.
Okay,
Easy
I
call
got
for
you.
her on that. No, but back to that, like you said earlier with the whole MJ thing, right? Like you can tell. Again, I maybe won't go as far as Cody said and being like, "Hey, you're MJ," but you can tell like you've kind of taken on that mindset, right? Like make the most out of the time you're given, work hard, and good things come to those who work hard. And so, obviously, it's not as simple as that. Breaking it down a little bit for here, right? But like, I don't know. I love that mindset. I'm trying to think of what my mindset was when I was, sophomore going into a junior, and I honestly got to think it was not that, to say the very least. So I don't know. It keeps being incredible just hearing each and every answer you give for this, just your mindset and everything. I don't even think I had that kind of mindset now, guys. Truth be told. So like it's a nice refresher of like, hey, do better with your days.
We need people like Mary Claire to put us on the straight and narrow is what we need.
That's what I'm saying. We might get some reels from her, like inspirational quotes on this, and I can just have it playing throughout my workday.
Oh gosh.
Like, come on now. Come on.
That's right.
I know. She's talking about all this inspirational stuff. Like we're all posting horror stories from the depression we've had as sports fans.
That's true.
Yeah, our sadness as a fan. That's true.
Ethan's gonna take some of your clips, Mary Claire, and play them for his students. He's like, if she can do this, you can do this. Get on it.
Yeah. Let's
And
study for
then
your
I'll
test.
show her what I'm posting. It'll just be like opposite.
Which one do you want to be? Positive like her, or do you want to turn out like me, guys?
Yeah. Which would you prefer? They're 2 different trajectories.
So let's get into our rapid fire round. I'm going to kind of adjust this one a little because I think you kind of mentioned this earlier. So I do want to know, of the games you've gotten a chance to broadcast and do play-by-play, do you have a favorite call? Like, was there like a milestone for you that you like stick to? This like first thing that pops into your head is like your favorite play that you called?
That's a really good question. I'm probably one time I said that's a PhD like a PhD level tackle, or like a Heisman play there, or I'd probably say that. I mean, I wouldn't say I have like a Kevin Harlan, or no, like a Mike Breen, like a bang. Like I don't have that. Not yet, at least. I try to just be natural with my calls.
Yeah.
So whatever comes to mind, let's just say it. I mean, we are the Thunder. It's like, I know Mike Tirico did the other night. It was like all Thunder, or it was like, I don't remember, but I had it for the soccer game if we won, but we did not win. But I really wanted to break that one out. I can't quite remember what it was.
Yeah.
All right. So what is your dream interview? Now, I think I know what your answer is, but I'm very curious, like if there's a one person that you would have to interview, and it could be anybody still with us or not, who would that be?
Asia Wilson, for sure. She plays on the Aces, WNBA. She's awesome. I love her game. It's great.
Yeah, she's an incredible athlete and player for sure. That is a great pull.
She is great in the post. I mean, she is amazing in the post. She can draw contact, get to the line, and make her free throws as a big. Can go beyond the arc. So, yeah, she's a great player.
Bam's lucky to have her. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Bam's out here dropping 83 himself. No, I like that.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
I guess when you were shadowing, this isn't one of the rapid fire. It's just more out of curiosity.
Yeah.
When you were shadowing at Allen Fieldhouse, were you able to engage with any of the players or coaches or anything like that? Or was it just like strictly shadowing and learning from her?
Yeah, the coaches and players weren't really out there, to be honest. But like I did talk to like Jay Williams. I got a picture with Reese Davis, like Jay Billis,
nice.
all the guys on the show. But none of the players are really out there. But like me and my dad, I was so happy I got to share that moment with my dad. It was just so awesome. It was so amazing. I was just so happy that he was there. And Andrea's like, it's crazy because like that is who I look up to. Like, you know, there's some people like, yeah, I kind of like them, but like this was the person that I've always looked up to. So the fact like she was so kind to me and like we got a picture and everything, it was just awesome. But I didn't get to interact with any of the players or anything. It was strictly just like all like the people on College Game Day. And we went into like the production, like little bus thing. It was huge. They had tons of screens. It was just awesome to see like the behind the scenes. Like it is crazy what goes on behind there.
That was
Yep,
cool.
love that. I know you got to remain kind of neutral, but are you a KU fan?
Oh gosh. Well, my dad went to KU. I mean, kind of. We're big North Carolina Tar Heel fans in our house.
There we go.
Next to the
Oh,
shirt.
okay.
So yeah,
There we go.
love North Carolina.
What do you think of Bill Belichick?
Well, I thought he was going to do better in his first year as head coach, but I mean, their basketball team. I got a few Sports Illustrated back here. We got 2 for the national championships in North Carolina, but yeah, Bill Belichick. Hopefully, he can do better this year because he's still there, right?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
still there.
Okay, that's fine.
Doesn't he have like a $1 million buyout to go back to the NFL if he wants to? If I'm not mistaken.
wow.
It's something. Yeah.
It's a lot
Okay.
of money. He has a 10-year contract with
Yep.
UNC.
Yeah, I hope he turns around that program too, because it's sad to see
Yeah.
that team not do well, and he's coaching it, and he's supposed to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. But anyways, that's besides the point.
That's a whole different conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I don't know if either one of these are for you or not. If not, you can say what it would be. But, you know, is it coffee or energy drink for game day? Or both, I guess, if you like to live wild.
It's a lot of caffeine for a young person.
I'm going to say neither. Gatorade and water is always the
Yep.
go-to. I love Gatorade. It is awesome. The blue.
Okay.
The blue is the best.
Okay.
Thank
Do you have
for
a
using-
pregame?
No, we were at the golf course and my buddy, they asked him what color Gatorade he wanted. And he actually said like the flavor. And me and the dude were both looking at him like, okay, so what color? What
Yeah,
color?
that's so real. Yeah, like what?
That's funny. What's your game day ritual then? Do you have one?
Yeah, so I have like I guess game day. I guess the night before I do have a routine. Like I put like this thing on my nose, it like clears my sinuses. And like things I put under my eyes. And then I have like this notes page of like affirmations before I walk in. Just kind of like not hype myself up a little bit. Just be confident because I am a girl. Gotta have my shoulders back when I walk in. Sometimes you do have to fake your confidence, not because you're not prepared, but we're human. I mean, it just happens. But game day, I usually just go through all my notes, spend time with my family because I'm going to be gone for like 5 to 6 hours. And then I do drink a Gatorade. I have like a cooler of like 2 waters, 2 Gatorades during the game, maybe like an apple. Always got to eat something. You got to have fuel during the broadcast. And
Yep.
you got to keep your voice right. I mean, my family does know this. Before like Friday night's the game, Thursday night, Thursday afternoon, I don't talk. So there's no talking. But me and my twin sister, Caroline, we take ASL. So we do start signing, which
That's
my
cool.
parents don't like because they don't know ASL. So they like don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah.
Sounds
Yeah,
like they
but
got to get on Duolingo.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
looks
that's
like it. Yeah, but yeah, that's what my routine is. Yeah.
Love it.
So what's one word to describe your broadcasting style?
Energetic. You got to bring the energy to each and every broadcast because I don't want to be like sitting on my couch or like putting on my AirPods and it's just like this. Hello, guys. Like you got to bring the energy. I mean, this is what I want to be hearing, and especially for a girl too. I mean, like I have like a broadcaster voice. My older sister knows. Sometimes I break out into it when I don't even know, but like you got to tap into your broadcasting voice and bring the energy because I want to hear the energy, especially for football. There's a lot of people watching, but I feel like I really try to bring the energy even more during girls soccer season because we don't have that high of viewership. So that's a great place to practice the energy and try to maintain the energy so you're not like overboard on the energy, because that can be a little weird. But
Sure.
and then just talking slowly for like a few bullet points that I have in like the script that we have written out. Just make sure the pronunciation is top notch.
Yeah, Cody energy.
Yeah, Cody.
Are you the guy that always smiles during the show? Or is that the guy telling me?
I always have positive energy in here. I'm a ray of sunshine for the show sometimes, you know?
You absolutely are. Yep, that's right.
And then, so for this is last one for me, your most chaotic game you've covered.
All right. The Baser Linwood playoff game last fall.
Another
We
one.
commentated the game in the back of a U-Haul. Let's
Nice.
just say there was a
What?
lot happening, and unfortunately, St. James fell short.
Oh,
I want to let you guys know that that's just the Kansas way. All right.
It's
We do
crazy.
things different here in the Midwest. You guys freaked out. She said did it in the back of a U-Haul. And I'm like, yeah, you know, that kind of sounds like a Kansas thing to do.
okay. Fill me in. What am I missing?
We broadcasted, we did games from this like stands, like
Yeah.
literally in the middle of those.
Yeah,
student
that's what we
sections
do it
before.
too. Yeah.
So it's
Okay.
like, we don't like, not all the, especially when you get into like the smaller rural areas, like some have the like huge, you know, you can go
Oh,
up.
it's because that's the only place to broadcast.
Yeah, and most people,
Oh,
and
okay.
I will say most towns are good at accommodating, but then there's others that are like, yeah, in that 25-degree weather, you're right there in the middle of those fans right there. So you're trying to
Yeah.
like, you know, you're trying to call it. They got, you know, Jimmy standing up in front of you, and you're sitting here like trying to figure out what you're supposed to do. And so yeah, I mean it's common. You got to
Yeah.
work with what you get sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was the first time for us that we did in U-Haul, because Baser Linwood is like 30, 45 minutes away from
Yeah.
St. James, but we always just do it in the stands. It's no problem. But if we're going to like a big Blue Valley district school, they have a very nice press box that we're sometimes blessed to be able to do it in. But a U-Haul was a whole different deal for me. Very tight to close together. And during the broadcast, actually, like everything shut down. Like the TriCaster just shut off. And like this game was close. Final game of the season, we unfortunately lost. But it was straight craziness. And it had to be a radio broadcast just because like we couldn't get the rights and stuff, which is just like a whole crazy thing. But it's so great that we get to broadcast. But and it was cold outside. U-Haul, it's just straight crazy. But I was just so happy that we could do the game because it was a huge playoff football game.
Yeah, I don't know about you fancy folks out in California, but here in the Midwest, we make do with what we get. All right.
I think you think that we have some luxurious like press box somewhere. I grew up in a high school where they literally did they have an area where you would go for like the football stadium, but it's not even air conditioning, it's open air. So in the summertime, which in California, at least Fresno, it's usually like 100 degrees during football season. You have the commentators up there or the play-by-play, and they're dying of heat exhaustion because it's got a room with no AC, you know? So it's not like we
Yeah.
have some fancy tools we're working with. We're probably closer to you guys than you think.
Yeah, I just like to give you Californians a thing, you know.
That's okay. The football team I went to high school for was very bad. My senior year homecoming game, we lost 48-2.
Oh
Hey,
gosh,
you got
at least
a
you got a
safety, though.
safety.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hey,
we'll
it
count
was
the safety.
exciting. It was on the opening kickoff because they fumbled the ball and then landed on it. And then we didn't score from then on.
Ethan, it sounds like our high schools were very similar. My senior year of high school, we went 0-12. Our district gives us an automatic bid. We rescinded it because we didn't have a single win. I kid you not, our starting offensive line, the tallest guy was 5'9". Nobody weighed more than 200 pounds. They were pushed around every single game. It was almost hard to watch, and that was our senior year. So yeah, we probably had the same football team.
Was going through when Bubba Starling and Blake Bell were legends in the high school in the area. So was it Blake Bell that destroyed us?
Mm-hmm. Bishop
Like
Carroll.
before the game, yeah, Bishop Carroll. Before the game, he was
Oh.
doing his warm ups and like his receivers were dropping everything, and we're like, okay, we might have a chance. Like we know he's really good. He's going to Oklahoma. Like, okay, but we might have a chance. And I think it was like 5 minutes into the game, he already had like 3 touchdowns, and we're like, okay.
Oh
There, just
no.
a little bit, but yeah. So we had some people going through high school when we were going through. So like we were okay, but we didn't have people like that in Emporia to no stardom like that at all. So, you know, we didn't go 0-12. I don't think we probably lost some games like 48-2, but for the most part, we were competitive-ish. We're like the Chargers. We'd be good in the regular season, but had no postseason success.
Whoa. You haven't even seen us this year. Things are going to change, I swear.
I swear to you. I swear
Yeah.
to you.
I swear I'll
this
change.
year.
That's what the Raiders told me too this year.
Well, the
All right.
Raiders, you have a lot of evidence of that not happening. So
They said that they were going to turn it around. They told me that they were going to be better. All right. So, Mary Claire, I've got one last question. This one I'm going to modify a little bit because you kind of did answer it, but I actually want to know from you, what would be your dream broadcasting like? If you could fantasize about whatever sport that you would want to broadcast, what would it be?
That's a good question. Probably
She
like
wants to call the Super Bowl.
probably the NBA Finals or like March Madness. Something with
yeah.
basketball. Yeah, definitely March Madness, I'd say.
The national championship game?
Oh yeah, or like maybe be on like the pregame show or like one of the postgame shows. That would be cool. That interests
Where you
me a
get-
lot. Like I really like Sports Center. I love watching that because I mean you get to cover like everything, which I really enjoy.
You can
Yeah.
do one with. I mean, they're at halftime right now, and I see Charles Barkley who's on the TV just not too long. You can sit next. You can
That's
sit
what I
next to
was
Chuck, and you can take Shaq's job and sit there and make fun of Charles Barkley.
Oh gosh, that's craziness. Because isn't this like the first time that they get to like do the pregame show and stuff for like the NBA Finals?
I'm gonna be real
or
honest with you. I
ESPN.
haven't watched much
Okay,
of the
yeah.
NBA. Yeah.
So,
I haven't
yeah,
watched
so-
much of the NBA.
So last year they were in their final year of TNT. So I believe
Okay.
TNT's contract for playoffs ends at the conference finals. Once it goes into there, it goes, I think it goes to ABC. Well, that was last year.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, ESPN takes over broadcasting, and they don't own the rights to TNT. But since they purchased them, this is the first time that the TNT, well, formerly known as the TNT crew, they're able to do the pregame and the postgame shows. First time in their careers because they're now under the ESPN umbrella. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All
Yeah, but
of
I
it.
def-
so media rights.
Oh yeah. But I definitely say March Madness. I mean, it is just an amazing experience. I mean, you have all the Cinderella stories. I mean, just everything. It is so awesome. But I think for brackets wise, I feel like the women's is kind of easier to predict a little bit. But when you
Sure.
get to like the men's, I mean, there can be multiple Cinderellas. I mean, people can be beating anyone at that point.
Yeah, my women's bracket, I usually just put UConn as
Yeah.
a champion,
Exactly.
and like 80% of the time, I'm going to be correct. So
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
South
men's-
Carolina. They're always
or
towards the
South
end.
Carolina.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
are. Yeah.
Men's is just guessing. My wife literally just goes off like what name has the most fun. And one of her
Yes.
champions was out in the first round and she ended up finishing second in her league because she picked the winner.
Oh
Yeah.
my
just off vibes.
Yeah,
'Cause, like,
that's all it
my-
is.
That is so funny. Like one of my older sisters, Sophia, she either does like the mascots or like the color of their like jerseys or something. I
Yep.
just think that's hilarious. I mean, you got to have fun with it.
I've seen that,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, like they go deeper than the people that are like analyzing it, doing it for a living, and it's
Yes.
kind of the most ironic thing where like they don't know anything, and this person just took a guess out of pure like,
Yes.
oh, I just like the name, I like the color, the mascot's cooler, and that's how they got further along. It's very, very, very funny.
The analytics behind it's crazy. Like Joe Lenardi, I think maybe that's the guy that does it. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, that's his season. I mean, that is like his job right there. I mean, he is so locked in during March.
Oh yeah,
It is. And my problem is I usually just pick KU to win the championship. So usually when they're out, my bracket's done. Because if you lose your champion, right, like there's no point.
Yeah. Yeah.
of
There's
seeing
like,
it
well,
through.
yeah.
well, and Fresno State's never invited to the tournament, so we're fine. So
Well, they keep expanding. They may just be automatically in.
pretty much
team-
every school's going to be there. We're going to go to like a round of 120, 128 or something like that pretty soon. So we have
That'd be
4
good.
first round tournaments.
Then my small
But how
private
about-
school will get to go.
Ha!
It'll
There
be
you go.
good for me.
Yeah.
But how about KU baseball, guys? I mean, they're making a
Those
deep run
super
right now.
regionals.
Yeah, I'm jacked for this
Crazy.
weekend. Not gonna lie. It's been a while since I've been this excited about college baseball, and I've been to the College World Series and had a chance to do that. So now, yeah, I'm super jacked up for this weekend. And it's a little more because our most of our family is like from Oklahoma, and they're huge OU fans in general.
Yeah.
So it's like now I'm like, come on, KU, don't let me down because I want.
Oh,
to
so
talk
it's KU and Oklahoma.
Yeah.
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 Oh shoot! That's
But
gonna
you
be
know,
fun.
you already know how it's going to go with us and Mama Shobik, man.
Oh yeah. I think that's why now maybe I might want to watch now to see how it looks. So
Well,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
Mary Claire, we had our episode yesterday where we were talking about all the NFL moves and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And he actually started the episode talking about KU baseball. And we're just like, all right, we'll give this nice little shout out to
Yeah.
KU baseball. So 2 episodes in a
You
row
got
now.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we have Chris Harris on our intro video, and we were just randomly out of nowhere. He's just like, okay, enough. I want the KU. Like, where are my KU questions at? Like, I want to talk about my time in KU, and I'm sitting here like, this is a dream right here. Like,
Yeah, like of course. Yeah.
yeah,
well, Mary Claire, it was such an honor to get a chance to talk with you. I do want to give you the floor if you have any message that you want to give to anyone that might be watching that might want to hear it. Also, please plug your socials so we know where we can find you and keep up with obviously what you're doing in the off season and when seasons come where you're broadcasting. So if you wouldn't mind sharing all that for the audience.
Yeah, I appreciate all of you guys tuning in, just listening to my story. I hope to reach just one person out there. I mean, just always lean on God, surrender it all to Him, because ultimately He is here for us. And someone is going to let us down on this earth, but God up above will never, our eternal Father. So I would just say that. And then I just have Twitter for now at MCZ_sports. You can see all St. James coverage right there, the high school that I go to. So yeah, it's great. I love what I do, and I appreciate you guys having me on.
Very cool to meet you, Mary Claire. Thank you so much for all the inspirational quotes that you were giving us and sharing us your story. Very incredible. We're going to check in with you throughout your off-season season, check in with you, of course. This isn't just a one and done. We definitely want to hear what you're up to for bigger and better things, because I have a feeling that you're going to be doing great things in not a very long time. And I'm going to be one of the few that said I got to talk to her before she blew up. So
Thank you. I appreciate it. You guys do great work. You have a great thing going for you.
Very kind of you to say. All right, Mary Claire, be well, and we will catch you on the next episode. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Man, what a great guest, guys. Holy cow. So young to have that type of energy and just enthusiasm and just drive. It is incredible.
Yeah, I love that for her, but it like throughout the episode, it was definitely making me just like reevaluate myself.
Yeah,
I did get
I
a
was
sense of like, okay, I
Yeah.
got to start giving a better attitude to certain things.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about what I was doing in high school, and I'm like, when I was a sophomore, I think I was literally just like watching the Chargers and just that was it. Like that was my whole life. It was like just trying to figure out what cover 2 was.
Yeah, that's what I was like when I was sophomore going into junior. Like, I don't know. I was probably just, like you said, just lounging, right? Like, I wasn't working hard. I wasn't driving, like, dedicated to anything like that. So to hear that, it's kind of, I mean, I still don't really have that kind of drive now, but definitely not when I was, 15, 16 or whatever the age is for that. But yeah,
I think
crazy.
in the path that she's on, if she's sophomore to junior year right now, I actually got my first job during that summer in between. So that was when I started working. But even then, like I wasn't nearly as like knowing exactly what I wanted to do at that age. I think even today, sometimes I say, I still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. And,
Same.
I've been in the same industry for 15 years and we do this, which we hope goes on to bigger and better things. But even still, like, I still don't know what truly I want to do yet. And it's really interesting and cool to hear a young person that has like, this is what I know I want to do. And then just full like tunnel vision to it.
Yeah, I think the cool thing is like we can compare because obviously the stories aren't similar, but like their paths are like with Brianna.
Mhm.
When Brianna Sports was on with us, and she also won some awards, but she skipped her senior prom to go get the awards or be a part of that whatever to get the awards, and it's like they're putting in that extra work and doing that little extra at a time. And I was like, I'm definitely going to my senior prom. Like I'm not working towards anything here. But you hear the work that they're putting in, and I don't know, that's probably why they are as successful and doing as well as they are in the industry that they're in.
Yeah, I agree. I think too, it's kind of, I actually liked Ethan when you were paying her a compliment because like, to your credit, like when you were teaching 8th graders 1 year, ahead of what she's at, like not a lot of young kids just have that mentality. And it's like, man, it's almost like it's almost rare to see that, because I'm assuming obviously in your school you're seeing a ton of these just average kids, you know, that are all pretty much just trying to figure it out. And to have
Nothing
this
special.
Whoa, wait. My students might be watching. No,
Okay.
they're all fantastic and they're just as inspirational.
all
They care about is that my players on the bench get a play in the lineup. That's all they want to
Put Ricardo in.
Yeah.
Is he going pro?
Yes, they're all going pro. They're just as inspirational, just in case if any of them are watching.
Love that.
But I want to take a second. Thank you to everyone who's watching. We've gotten a lot of more viewers over the last 10 minutes or so. Make sure to subscribe, like if you like the content.
Yeah, and I will. So we talked real quick last night about Russell Wilson. He did make it official today. Russell Wilson watched the show last night, heard us talking about all of his, who technically hadn't retired. Now he is officially retired, so he will officially be heading over to CBS. And CBS just got worse today. Well, yesterday.
Well,
And we're getting a cameo, so that's what's good for us.
Right. While he's eating a Dangerous, right?
The Dangerous.
Yeah.
The Dangerous.
I wonder if he's going to have a better broadcasting career than he did
No.
NFL career, you think?
No.
No?
Is he a Hall of Fame player?
Is it no? I
don't know. I mean, he has two.
I don't know
Super
about Hall
Bowls.
of Fame.
He has all the stats.
Okay. Drewski, shut that dirty little mouth.
Hold on.
I'm gonna
Let's
say-
put
I'm
it on
gonna
the
say
screen here for everyone to read it.
I am going to say, I don't know if he's a first ballot, but I do think he gets in.
I'm the wrong person to ask because I don't think anyone should be Hall of Fame. So no.
I'm not saying first ballot. Will he eventually get in? Maybe. See, I forgot who mentioned this. I can't remember if it was a sports journalist or a broadcaster, whoever. Someone mentioned there needs to be a Hall of Very Good because he would
There
be.
is.
He would probably be a fringe one of that because I don't know if he's Hall of Fame just because I remember Hall of Fame being this illustrious list of only a select few, and it and again seems like certain players that should or shouldn't be in it. John Abraham wasn't inducted in the Hall of Fame. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame before Wilson, but I don't know if Wilson will get in before Abraham. And again, I don't know if that's a political thing in terms of what the Hall of Fame judges on careers, but I don't know that. I don't know if he's I don't think he's a first ballot by any sense.
I mean,
It's been saturated.
It is crazy. I would have thought his career stats. He's only 16th on the all-time passing list.
Yeah.
Playing in the 2010s main passing.
Yeah.
era. Also,
See,
I don't know if
change.
you guys have seen this. This is on the back of this. What is up with everyone acting like Drew Brees is not an all-time great anymore?
Wait, who's acting like that?
I see it on Twitter all the time. People they show Rodgers, Brady, Manning, where they're Brees should not be in this picture. And that's a common thing people are saying now. And they're calling him a yards merchant.
Well,
how ironic because that's how you win games.
Yeah, and I think the game manager thing's kind of over. I mean, you have to be a game manager at times, right? And then I look at it with him with this lack of the said Super Bowls, maybe. I don't know. He's obviously one of the greats in my eyes, but
he threw for 5,000 yards, 100 straight years.
Right.
Always was setting completion percentage records. I get the lack of postseason success can be why you're not going to call him the greatest ever, but he is one of the best to ever play the position.
I think people sometimes look at his final 2 seasons where he wasn't Drew Brees that we saw in New Orleans for that 10-year stretch, and they think, oh, this was Drew Brees, but people don't really know Drew Brees was that guy that was the difference maker for the Saints, and to me he was top 3 in the NFL every season. Yeah. And that's not just a statistic. As a quarterback, you would pick him over some other guys, in my mind. And so for those that are saying he shouldn't be on this list, they're probably ones that didn't watch him from when he was in San Diego doing really good things, and then first in New Orleans when I think he was being introduced into Sean Payton's offense, where he was making all these plays 5,000 yards, what Austin said, for several seasons.
Yeah, and you got to start looking at, and Drewski actually he kind of read my mind on this. You're starting to get into the era of
12-year-old
children.
trolls.
Yeah, children social media, all they're seeing is like Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, all this other stuff. They're not seeing the quarterbacks that we watched when we were their age.
Right.
You know, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Ben Roethlisberger, all those other greats that were, you know, out there. So now they're kind of sitting back like, bro, we get to watch Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes do this. What were Drew Brees doing? What was flashy? What was Drew Brees? Drew Brees didn't have the cool Patrick Mahomes hair. Drew Brees wasn't running, you know, 40-yard, 50 yards like Lamar Jackson or running dudes over like Josh Allen. So like it's a whole different era. And unfortunately for us as sports content creators, we're going to have to go up against, you know, trying to teach these youngins a little bit about, you know, what football was with these guys. Now quarterbacks are just getting more athletic.
I don't think, but that's the weird thing. Well, like when we were that age, we still knew the history, right?
Mm-hmm.
We knew the greats that were before. Like growing up, we weren't sitting there and talking shit on like the Randall Cunninghams and like we can go as far back as we want. Like we knew during his time, Terry Bradshaw was an awesome dude, awesome quarterback for his era, right? Like, do I want him now? No, because he wouldn't fit now. But like we still knew the history. And to like not even recognize Drew Brees, who's not even like history at this point, right? Like that's wild to me. Like,
didn't he just get inducted? Like, I think he's been retired for 5 years now.
Who?
I don't know. Has it already been 5? Damn.
I mean, because this would have been Rivers 5, but then Rivers came back.
That's
and
true.
reset it.
Yeah, but I can't remember what year he officially retired, but I want to say it was like 2020.
I think he was just inducted.
Year 4. So Sean Payton's year 4.
Oh yeah.
He was out of coaching for a year. So then 6 years ago, he would have been done with New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember if Drew Brees was still there that last season. I know he had Teddy Bridgewater. Oh, Drewski just said
he was just
inducted. He was just inducted. Okay.
See, the crazy thing is if you poll 32 fan bases and you just ask, like, would you be okay if Drew Brees in his prime was your franchise quarterback?
Yes.
Every fan base is going to say yes.
I would want.
I'm not saying over what you have now. I'm just saying, you know, at some point, like, would you just be okay if that was your quarterback of your franchise?
Yes,
not saying over Herbert,
I would take Drew Brees.
Burrow,
I would take Drew Brees over Fernando Mendoza today. Yeah.
Well, not just in general, right? Like Ethan, Herbert's good, right? Like we're gonna say that.
I mean, he was a Chargers quarterback, so
right.
I mean, it's a little more.
Well, I'm not even saying over Herbert though, right? Because like I would still take Mahomes over Brees, just given what football's gone to.
Mm-hmm.
But if you told me that I woke up and prime Brees happened to just be my Chiefs quarterback moving forward, I wouldn't be pissed off.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think Brees is the top 5 quarterback of all time, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not saying over what you currently have. I'm just saying if you woke up one morning and prime Drew Brees was your quarterback, you're going to be okay with this.
What could have been?
I would have hit the lottery. I would have hit the lottery.
Phillip Rivers was a really good player. Like, I think a lot of people love to be like, oh, I think Drew Brees is who he was because of Sean Payton. Just like Phillip Rivers was who he was because of the dysfunction of the Chargers organization throughout the 2010s.
It was a win-win, right?
Like what Mary Claire said, things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
Right? Like Drew Brees, that all happened so you guys could get Rivers. Drew Brees can go marry up with Sean Payton in New Orleans, and like those stories went their own way, right? Like who knows what would have happened if Drew Brees and the Chargers never broke up, if they didn't have concerns over his shoulder.
You know what's going to be a really fun trivia question moving forward? The Chargers in the last 20 years have had 4 quarterbacks start for them. Do you know who the one outlier is outside of Herbert, Brees, and Rivers?
There's only been one.
Well, there's been an Easton Stick and then a Trey Lance, who were backups when they sat for playoffs. But there's been one true
starter, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Tyrod Taylor.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Only because we talked about this last night. Well, we didn't. We just talked about the whole situation of how Herbert, you know, if it doesn't, what happened to Tyrod Taylor, you know, if that doesn't happen, then we don't see Justin Herbert do what he was able to do his rookie season. So then when you said that, I was kind of like, well, that who led into
He's
Justin
the only
Herbert.
other one that I can think of. I couldn't think of any other player that I knew of that was like a regular starter outside of Rivers, Brees, and Herbert.
I know the timing doesn't line up, but I was really hoping the answer would be Doug Flutie because I like Doug Flutie.
Doug Flutie. I remember Doug Flutie. He was
before Breeze.
Drewski, another Bills legend, Doug Flutie.
Right?
All right,
man.
guys, let's go home.
We're gonna have a couple Broncos pages joining us within the next few weeks. I'll get that out. We are working on a date officially for Chiefs legend Nick Lowry to join us.
Shout out Mary Claire. If you guys want to subscribe to her channel, right there down below in the comment, we highly encourage it. Such a great young lady who's going to be doing great things. So thank you, Mary Claire, for joining us. Man, you're on the path to some great stuff. So if you guys want to go subscribe to her channel, go to that comment right there and click on the username.
That's the one. Yep. But some Bronco pages. We're going to have a Patriots person join. I know we have some Patriot followers, so you might be happy about that. And then no official date, but they have agreed to come on once we can iron a date out. Chiefs legend Nick Lowry will be coming on at some point within the next month. We just have to iron out a date and time. Not only is he a great ambassador for the Chiefs, but he's also just a great pillar, not even in the Kansas City community, kind of just everywhere. All the great work he's done with veterans, with homeless people, with cerebral palsy charities and all of that. So we're excited to have him join. No official date yet. We have to iron that out, but we'll officially be having some more Broncos and AFC West and football related things ramping back up as we head towards preseason, training camps, preseason, and the season. So just wanted to get that out there. Another reason to make sure you subscribe, to make sure you can catch all the great content, guests, and everything that we're doing, ramping up to season 2. So wanted to get that out there before Cody takes us home.
Love it. Well, guys, also, too, just a quick announcement. We are 3 away from 500 subs. So if you guys are watching, not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel so that way we can get to 500. We've been pushing for this since we started. So hopefully we get to 500. And I think to Corey's goal, 700 by week 1, which is a very lofty goal. But if everyone subscribes that's watching, would be super helpful. And following us on social media, so that way you can keep up to date with all the stuff that we've got going on, and you guys can keep up with all the guests that we have booked as well. So
if everyone really loved us, we'd be at 1K by the time week 1 rolls around. But
what everyone needs to do is when they go back to their jobs, whether you're a teacher or whatever, whenever the next time it is you're at your job, send out a company-wide email with our YouTube channel on it, and just being like, hey, if you love football, if you love good dudes, if you love... That could be taken the wrong way. If you love football and you like just having a good time, some awesome dudes who talk football, this is the channel for you. So,
and shout out to Drewski for trying to get us to 500 tonight. That'd be wild if you could, man. Love it.
Seriously, we got to do like a giveaway for Drewski or something.
Oh, he's
Drewski
got so much
merch.
gifts right now. We've given him.
Drewski,
we've sent some merch to Drewski.
Yeah,
Drewski, get us to 1K by the season starts.
You can, sign that shirt, send him to him, and then he'll wear it.
We'll do some autographs.
He's a diehard Bills guy, though. I don't think he's gonna like a Charger shirt too much.
I don't know, but it's signed by me.
Right?
That's true.
True.
We're never gonna turn down an autograph.
Yeah.
You know what, Drewski? If you can get us to 500 tonight, we will think about going through a table on week 1. How about that?
What do you mean you're good? That's the best gift.
Yeah.
Oh, you got a Myles Garrett card. Look at that. Look at you, Austin, blessing the folks with cards.
What's crazy is I sent the Bills fan an Elite Series Josh Allen card too, and he's like, "I got a Myles Garrett card. I'm good." Just to show you the impact Myles Garrett has on us.
You both are defensive guys. That's the thing.
Yep, love it.
All right, let me do a counter offer. Send me the Myles Garrett card. I'll sign that card and send it back to you.
It'll double its value.
Garrett autograph card. Myles Garrett signed it. No, Ethan. Ethan signed it. Not Myles Garrett.
Oh man. All right. The negotiation is on your side now, Drewski. So, negotiate well. All right, guys, let's thank some sponsors and go home. Emporia State Federal Credit Union, again, Angie and her team. Thank you guys so much. Okay.
Dinner first. Dinner first.
Hey, I thought we had something special. Not gonna lie. Sometimes you just gotta roll.
You gotta shoot your shot sometimes.
Shoot, man. Shoot.
All right. Let's get to it. All right. So Emporia State Federal Credit Union, thank you guys for your love and support since day one. Also, Field Ops Kansas, Troy and the crew, fellow Raider fan. Thank you so much for all your support day one. And then Jeff at the crew at JBW Solutions. Go visit jbwsolutionsllc.com today for all safety, compliance, and OSHA regulation training that you may need. We are recording out of the JBW Solutions studio, so shout out to Jeff and the crew. And also shout out to Matt. We miss you, buddy. Can't wait for you to be back on the show full time. Angel and Aiden, hope you guys are doing well. Subscribe to the War Room, and we will see you guys on the next episode. See ya.